Hello everybody and welcome to this new live. I'm really happy to be with you today. Do you hear me? Yes, I think you hear me. So today we are going to develop this entire application. It's going to be mostly a part of the front-end application, okay? So basically it will be a lot of design and it will be a lot of coding with Tailwind, and today in this live I have to finish everything. All right, I really have to make all the screens because next time I want to have the functional design, then plug it to Superbase. So in order to do that, am I good? Yes. Yeah, I changed the position of the camera. There are more space between me and the camera, and I will try to just move it a bit because I think I'm maybe too far from the camera now. So let me just check that. Okay, cool. So I got the camera there. And I'm going to maybe go down a bit. Yes, I think it's better, no? This way. That's cool. That's better. Yeah, I start lives, so I'm trying to do my best. Gonna clean my glasses. Thanks for everybody who's watching, even if you don't watch it in live. It's always a pleasure to create those videos on YouTube and stuff. It's really cool. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to share the link. Is the music too loud or not? Tell me, because I think I can lower it. I don't know if the music is too loud or not. I think it wasn't that loud last live. All right, so cool. So let me share for now on YouTube my channel. I need to copy the link. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here. And maybe it's going to be a longer live than what I do most of the time. I'm live on YouTube. There we go. I'm going to put this, and yeah, perfect. Check. I'm going to copy paste this, and there we go. I'm going to tweet. All right, that's good. Okay, so let's start. So I have all these screens that I need to integrate, so I'm going to do it right away. I got this loading page, so when I click on login, I arrive on login. And last time what we did the internationalization, which is over there. So with Superbase, I will have a magic link window. So let's go and let's copy. Let's work on this. All right, I got this loading page down there. So magic link to connect. Okay. So with the internationalization, now I can directly come back on my locales up there and just create this. So at first I'm going, title login. Tab 9 is amazing, guys. It's crazy. So the title in English will be magic link to connect. So I'm going to move this from there. And if you don't get an account, and there is a description. Okay, cool. And I'm going to save that. And then there is an input placeholder. So let's say that placeholder. Oh god, yeah, crazy. And on the button, what we were gonna have is receive my magic link. There we go. So now I want to try again this. So I'm going to translate it in French. Lien de connexion magique, description. Entrez votre email pour recevoir un lien de connexion. Si vous n'avez pas de compte, votre compte sera créé automatiquement. Ok, recevoir mon lien magique. Mon lien magique. It's crazy because it's really crazy because these live are for you to learn how to code, but it's also to learn other languages. So thanks for the free viewers that we got here. If you want to talk to me in the chat, I got the chat live down there. Okay, so I don't know if it's working in live in English. Okay, cool. So now what can I do is, remember, I got where it was again, project form. I got to change it after. I think it is in my header. I got local there. As you see, I can copy paste this and here put login.title, and then I will have my login.title. And if I switch from a language to another, look how cool is that. All right, it is working. So let's go. So I'm going to zoom a bit because that's the thing. So class, it's going to be text 2XL and then font bold, and everything's going to be text standard, so I can go on the top there doing this, and that's cool. That's what I have. But there's a problem with that because it's not in the middle, this home up there. I will have to change it after. What is this? Ah yeah, I understand why. I'm going to go there and remove it for now because head start, head push to login. I think it's this one if I remember well. No, it's not this one. I was wrong. Okay, cool. There we go. I think it's this header title. We don't care for now. Cool. All right. Then what I have is a paragraph, and it's going to be login.description. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. So here we got an MB2, and here by memory we've got text LG, and also, so we had a color, I think, in the form. So let me go to check on the form. We had a color of the text slate 500. All right, so I'm going to keep that, and let's look at it. Yeah, it's really cool. So do I need to zoom in a bit? Maybe the text. Okay, there we go. So then down there I have an input type text with a class. All right, and remember, if you wasn't there last time, I got a class also every time for the login, for the inputs, and there we go. So I can remove this. All right, so here I really want to work on the design of this input right there. So it's going to be not exactly rounded. I think it's rounded ALG that I want, something more, yeah, more rounded. And if I look at my XD, which is there, we see that maybe I got, yeah, I think it's good. What do you think? I'm going to put a width on it. So the thing is here, yeah, I can put this vModel. I'm going to input a ref there. So do I get, because last time when I installed tab 9, I don't get a very good import ref from ref. Yes, as you see, I got to put not ref this way. What I want to put is ref that way. And what is the result? Okay, cool. There we go. So here there will be an email, and with the ref is null for the moment. And it's not login.username, I think it's login.placeholder. Okay, that's cool. And I want to have some kind of styling in there. So the style will be at least, yes, min width. Let's put 300 pixels. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Then here, so here what I can do is put that into a header. So header.mb4, cool, some kind of header. And there we go, that's better. And the title, I still need to get some MB down there. So here I'm supposed to put my email. And just after that, I got a button, and I think on the project form I had this button before. Yeah, I can import button from button there. So I'm going to import it, button, and I think I can put button, and the text, so the text would be dynamic, and it would be login dot btn. Why btn? I think I put button in it. Button. Okay, cool. That's cool. Can I put block there? Okay. And block MX auto. Okay, I think we're good. That's right. That's what I want. And then I still want an MB4. Okay, cool. So I got something that looks a bit like what I want. Instead that here it's too long, so I'm going to put to this P a style. Well, what I can do actually is using the styles of WP6 W64. W64 is too much. ATX MX auto, and actually it's okay. That's not what I want. Oh, let's let it like this. So if I look at my, if you don't get an account, I don't know. The text is not that big. I still want to go to the line with account, so I'm going to put still a max width of 600 pixels. Yeah, it's better. When we go to the line there, as you see, it's way better. I prefer that. All right. So I got my button, receive my magic link, and actually this button doesn't have rounded XL, rounded LG. I think I prefer to have rounded LG. That's cool. Okay, so for this page, it's done. Now I gotta get back on the form that I was creating, and this form will be the form to create a page actually. So when I click there we go. I got my form. So let's go. So I'm going to close all of this, and it's called project because I call that project for now. But yes, and I have everything that I did, remember, on the first live. If you didn't see the first live, I'm going to explain what I do. Here I'm creating a Kickstarter app, and it will be actually a base project that I will maybe sell, or maybe I will share it for free. I don't know yet. And right now it's going to be a quick project that I'm doing now, a Kickstarter for babies. So I got this project form there, and if I go to project down here on new, I got project form, which is the form project. Okay, so I don't want to have text slate there as I have, and actually I see that I use text 3XL, so I think on my login here I should use text 3XLs also. When I click here, magic link to connect, and the MB is not enough. I should do that. Magic link to connect. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. So create page. Let's go. I used to have this form. It's not exactly what I want. If I look at my form there, I will have to do something else. So new page for new baby. Like always here, I'm going to translate. So I will not translate every time in French, of course, because it will be so boring for you. But in English there, I will have to, yes. So it's going to be project form, okay? Because we never know. Maybe later we will have another form, and I'm just doing this for now. So title, new page for a baby, and then a description, yes, and it's not create. Let's see, it's welcome, blah blah blah. So now I already see that the size of the form, the width of the form will not be that big, okay? So yeah. Alors, so here I'm going to create a new, which will be general. Okay, and here it's going to be baby. All right, And in baby, it's going to be name. And name of the baby would be baby's name. All right. Description, gender, male. That's cool. Yeah, here it's going to be different. Description would be different. Amount would be different. So I don't think I will do that actually. I will directly just do it in my form, whatever. So on inputs, okay, baby's name. I'm just going, what can I do? I would say that input, okay, cool. Name, and this input would be label placeholder, exactly what I need. It's better, you see? Baby's name and placeholder would be Sancho. I don't know why. Sancho could be a good name for a baby, right? Okay, Sancho. And just after that, there would be a checkbox. Okay, and in this checkbox, I would have, again, label. I have a baby. I don't want to tell the name. And there will be there a description again. And there we go. This description would be there. All right. So this is for the name. So let's try. Let's just implement it on the project. So I already have all of this, and you know what I'm going to do, guys? Just going to comment it. I don't know if it's going to work, but why it would not work? So it's new crowdfunding. It's double curly brackets. And here we are in project form. And here we're going to have a title, new page for a new baby. That's cool. And actually, it's not going to be that. The name is going to be create a new page. Cool. Okay, cool. And then there will be down a description, and I think I'm going to take that, and I think I'm going to stick to this way of so you're going to project form description, text center. I think I'm going to stick to that, and before, and here is going to be a header. Maybe later we're gonna make a component of that. Could be cool. Class MB4, okay, MB4, and there we go. So create, and to start collecting money. Okay, so then inside I will have a main, and in this main actually I would have this div just here. And it's going not to be name of your baby, but it's going to be $T, and it's going to be project form.input.name.label. If I'm good, it's supposed to be this baby's name. All right, and in this label would be a font bold, and there we go, baby's name. Okay, but it's not font bold. I think if on semi-bold, yeah, it's better. And for the input, I'm going to keep the same, right? So here it's going to be this, and it's not going to be email. So there is this send project stuff, and I don't think I'm going to keep it for now. But yeah, it's going to be project.name. So it's not project, it's page.name. Okay. So vModel will be page.name. It's not supposed to be page.name, but whatever. And I want to be max auto, but I want to be width full. Okay, and then on the placeholder, I want to have project and then check placeholder. Sancho, there we go. So now I got the name and everything that I can do there. It's really cool. All right, so I got this, and I got my model that will be fulfilled. Then there is this checkbox down there. So inside of here, I'm going to put my div, and then I think down there I already had some kind of checkbox. Where is it? Ah, yeah, my child is already born with the flex one. So I'm going to just irritate from there. It was from the, yeah, already born. So page.already born. I call that project, but it's supposed to be a page because it's a page that we are creating. So I got my children is already born, and that's not what I want. What I want is, so my reference to my current language, which is project form dot input dot name, and this is checkbox dot label. It's a bit long, but I don't want to tell the name. There we go. It's a bit long for now, but it's maybe what I'm going to change after. It's going to be text black, so don't need to put any class there. When I click, okay, all right. And should I do that? Sorry. Should I put my check? And, no, it doesn't take it. Okay. I think I can put the span into it with the class, and then up there it's going to be label, not label, checkbox label, and I think it's description. I don't think so. Class flex call. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. So flex, so item start. All right, so we got a bit of width. Instead of using this input, what I could do, I think I'm going to create a component which will be checkbox. All right, so checkbox.view. I will have my all view setup in there, and then I will have my props, which is props from view free. Okay, props from view free, please. Okay. All right. Can I put a define props? Const define props. All right. I think I had this. So if you want to watch how you can add snippets, you just open here, and yeah, there we go. And you type snippets, then you get your snippets. And then there is this JS code snippet file. And over here, guys, you can create your own snippets. So as you see, when I go down, I think I had a snippet vprops. So when I type vprops, this is what my body will look like. So look, we keep there, go there, and I type vprops. I type enter. There we go. We got our props. Okay, so it's going to be a class checkbox. And I'm going to emit an event from there. So here I can take all of this with the label and stuff. So I put it in here. Up there, I'm going to import my checkbox. And import my checkbox, all right. Put the checkbox there. And nothing is supposed to change. Ah yes, the V model. I will change the model for that later, just after. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we see that I got my element, and yeah. Hello, Zarus. How are you, my friend? Oh, Zarus, I didn't know that snippet stuff. Thanks. No problem, my friend. No problem. We are here for that. Do you enjoy that my camera is as a distance now? Because on the whole other videos I was very close head. Okay, so we are back, and here I want to have a flex item center. All right, it's not item center, item start. Sorry guys. Yeah, and I see that I don't like this checkbox, it's too big. Can I do a bigger checkbox? I think so. So we're not gonna use, yeah, that's better. Thank you very much, my friend. So we're not gonna use that. We're going to go on icons.js, okay, and I'm going to check for a checkbox. And yes, look at that checkbox. Where is it? Which one should I take? So I want an empty one, and I want a checked one. And I like the rounded. I'm very ready to get the rounded octagon. Okay, so but I think I want a plain one. I think it's better a plain one. A plain one that is big. Ecomoon. Okay, let's take this one. So I showed you last time, or maybe I didn't. But here my components, I'm going to create an icons folder, and inside I will have checkbox.view, and there we go. So now what I can do, so it's not, let's rename it, okay? It's checkbox checked, okay, just like this. And then I'm going to import checkbox checked from, of course, at component /components /icons /checkbox check. Thank you so much. There we go. And you will see, oh, we're going to create this component on the fly. So when I update, maybe it's checkbox checked dot view. You will not understand otherwise. Okay, as you see, we've got the checkbox. So this one is going to be class hidden. Okay, we don't see it, but we want it empty also. So collection iCommon. So iCommon collection. Ah, look at that! I got the empty one. So I copy paste this in checkbox empty.view, and I'm going to import it also there. Empty. There we go. And down there we got this. Okay, cool. Okay, I got it empty, and I got it also. And the color I want, it's supposed to be class. So the checkbox empty is going to be text slate 500. And the color checked is going to be text pink 500, if I remember well. That's cool. Okay, so now yes, absolutely. That's what I want. We're gonna emit update checked. Actually, it's going to be just checked. We don't need to do that. Just going to be checked. Okay, cool. Or update. It's true that update it's more, yeah. Okay, update. So now I need reactive. Import reactive. I know. Maybe it's this. No, it's going to be reactive this way. There we go. I'm going to start again because I'm supposed to have in my snippet again. Let's check that. In my snippets there, I'm supposed to have a reactive one. So yeah, I'm supposed to write reactive, and as you see, so maybe I'm going to add v reactive. Look, v reactive. Okay, cool. Because if I do this now, look, bam, that's what I wanted. So I can remove that. And I will have it checked on false and vif checked v else. I'm building my own component now, guys, okay? I know I can use other components, but I'm building my own component. And when I will click on this checkbox, God, unclick, state.checked is equal to the invert of state.check. Okay, so look, I click. Oh God, why doesn't it doesn't work? Okay. Okay, it's supposed to be... Ah, sorry. It's always this stuff with check. Okay. And when we click on that, it stops our propagation, which is not cool at all. I'm supposed to be being able to do that. So maybe instead of having this empty stuff, and now the label for born, okay. Okay, it's supposed to work. So now I can do this. Oh, sorry, cursor pointer. And what I want to have also is a label class and margin left of 2, and I save. Okay, it looks better. Now I want a size, a bigger size. So the size here, I think we're going to try with that. Okay, and I think for the 8 it's supposed to be the same, and it's supposed to work this way. Oh god. So you see 24. So what I did here is that I've pushed with an 8. Let's put instead 20 pixels. Yes, I think that's better. Maybe 20 pixels is too much. Put the 2 check button inside the div. Yeah, it's possible. It's a good idea also. But yeah, we can let it like this. Okay, so I got this, and there is no still the cursor pointer. Ah, sorry, it's pointer if I remember well. Oh, interesting. Ah, no, it's because of actually label is useless there. We can put a div and look. All right. So now we don't want to have this text there, but we want to have a props that will be called content and which will be an object. All right. And instead of having this, we would have here content props.content.label, and down there props.content.description. And it will be always the same because in our model, the model will be always the same for every checkbox that we are creating. So right now we don't get anything, which is normal, and we also got an error. So I'm going to say that I don't want to show this if I don't get vprops.content. Okay, we're supposed to have no error with that. If I update, there we go. So now we can use, we will deal with emit just after, because we want to emit the event to here. So I got my checkbox down there, and I got to push my content. So remember what is my content? My content is my content is $T. So project form.input.name .input.name. I think it can work this way. Let me check. No, it doesn't work. Let me come back on the model, because when it comes too deep, that's the problem. I'm doing it deep right now, but it's supposed to be input.name.checkbox. So project input name checkbox. It's supposed to be good. Okay, we got an error. Let's check on this. Invalid arguments. Okay, cool. So when I get back there, project form input name checkbox, and we are supposed to receive there props.content. Well, actually what I can do is this const label is equal to props.content.label, and there what we have to do is here that, and we can do the same for description. Cool. And instead of having this, god, dumb, so dumb, can do that. Yes, that's better. You see, I was wrong. I was just pushing the reference, and I don't need the reference. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't work. Props.label.content. Okay, so let me console log my props.content. Exactly. Okay, so we push a string right now. Okay, and this string is perfect for project form input.name.checkbox. All right. And what is the problem? We receive a string, and we are supposed to receive instead an object. Name.checkbox. That's interesting. Okay, maybe I should put the reference inside. That's a good question. Props.content. Type of props content. It's a string. All right. So basically, we receive a string, and if I put type of here, let me check that. It's also a string. Okay. Okay, so instead of doing this, let's say that we can put the label, which is better actually. We got the label there, which is very long. I would have preferred put a reference, but never mind. And then we will have the description, because sometimes we can have a checkbox without it. Contents returns a string. No, it doesn't. It's supposed to be returning an object. And here we've got this, so whatever. Actually, it's better to do that, I think, in some way, because we know what's coming from where. So description, which will be a string also. If I would be in TypeScript, I would have described everything, so whatever. So basically here, it's supposed to be props.label, and there is props.content, so we want to display it. And it's supposed to be good, huh? Okay, you see it's good. All right, so now what I want to do is that here, I want to maybe push a little bit down this input. So as you said before, we can do that. Thank you, Ozarus. I got this, and I'm going to put some, just for the styling, p top 1. Yeah, that's better. You see, it's in front of it. I'm going to zoom a bit because it's always... Okay, that's good. Let's accelerate a little bit. Okay, I got this. So now I got my checkbox component that is working perfectly well. And I think it's very interesting to show you how to create stuff like this. And now I'm going to use exactly the same component as this. So, no, I am wrong. I forgot to do the emit. I'm not done yet. So there is two ways. Either I watch for checked and then I emit. Either I think I'm going to watch. Okay. So I'm going to watch. And watch for what? Watch for state dot no, sorry. I got to watch this. So if I do this, do you think it's going to work? Console log the value. Sorry. Let me explain this. True, false, true, false, true, false. Okay. So every time this is going to be this, I'm going to emit what? Update with the value. All right. And on update, I got my state, I got my page dot already born that is going to take the value. So here I think I got it. I can do this. Page dot already born is going to take what? The e dot. It's going to take the value actually. Here we got a value. Is it going to work this way? I'm going to see. So p, it's going to be page. Okay, cool. And actually it doesn't work. Emit is not defined. Sorry, It's because of Vue.js 2. Now with Vue.js 3, you're not obliged to put the dollar here. I don't know if you knew that, Osiris, but yeah. So as you see, there we go. We got our emit there. All right. So now I watch. What I could have done also is, instead of putting a watcher, because watching is taking a lot of memory. Instead of that, we could have used a function, and I think I'm going to use a function. Let me change the music for now. Let's put this and let's see if it's going to be good. Okay, so instead of that, on click, I'm going to change value. Okay, very easy function, okay, with a name, dumb name, but whatever. So here it's going to be state checked, and then we're gonna emit update with state. I think he already know update, yes, with state.change. Oh, that's crazy. So when I'm gonna click, and then I can remove this emit, I don't, yes, this define emit. I think it's not necessary, but I think it's better than a watch. I am a React stan. Cool. Yeah, but now I can teach you Vue with this channel, which is cool. So as you see when I click, there we go. Okay, so cool. That's done. So now I know that I can change the stuff. I don't want to tell the name. Page of Aurelia's baby. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna do this one down there, which is again a custom component. So this custom component there, we're gonna put it on the form because it's going to be a page URL component. Okay, this setup, and then class page component, and it's going to be a bit the same. I'm going to go faster now, guys, because otherwise I will spend a lot of time doing this. So I got this div there with check, and here I want to import page URL. Page URL. There we go. And I think it imported it or not. No, it didn't. Okay. So we're gonna do it. It's here. Cool. Page URL that has been imported. Page URL. All right. And in page URL, what I got, I will have the whole logic, because here I'm going to explain to you. Here we've got an input, and in this input, all right, we will check if in our data we will have this URL available. So what I could have done is just put everything inside my project view, but the logic will not be related. It will be mixed with all the logic of the page, and actually I don't want that. What I want is to have a component that carries its own logic. So everything's going to be in page URL instead of the project. Do you understand? So yeah, maybe I should, I think you're right, maybe I should share again the link on Twitter. So I'm going to go back on my channel. I'm going to copy link's address and going there, going to update. We build a Vue app on live. Again, check, there we go. And I should create a bot to send tweets automatically. I think it would be better. It would be a good idea. If you want me to watch this, show you this on my YouTube channel, would be cool. So LinkedIn again. Sorry for that. Building a Vue app in live, and again I need to copy links address. I get so much notification on LinkedIn. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go for the rest. Okay, PageURL will carry its own logic. So what I want to have is the label and input over here. And okay, so I have this. Ah, I got an error. And I got a V model there that I'm not going to use for now. Okay, cool. And this is funny because I think that there is less space there than up. If I put an MB2, will it make a difference or no? Ah, maybe we are locked and there's an error. Let me check. Okay. So here where I got my page URL, I don't get it. So project form, input, name. Okay, cool. And now page URL would be, yes, it is taking it this way. And there will be a label, of course, and a placeholder. And this here would be still central, and page URLs would be the thing. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So now it's on input and page URL. All right. I'm scared that we will need to create a fake input there. And I'm going to show you how. Okay. So instead of having our input there, okay, this class there, we're going to create a div, and inside there will be the input. So div class. Yes, I already had the class. Okay, we won't see the difference. You see? So here, I will still get the outline there, and basically there are some stuff that we will move there. So there will be MB4. Don't think we really need it. No, we don't. I think it's more here, MB4. Okay, cool. And class outline none will be not here. And P3 will be PX3. And here we will have PY3. So when we click on it, you see, when we click on it, we don't get the problem. So outline none is not working. Why? Interesting. And here is going to be width full, of course. Okay, so outline none. Oh my god. All right. So as you see here, we got page URL, but basically before I would like to have the real URL of my future application. So what I can do, just do this, and there we go. And we want to be flex and items center. So I got a block there, but block cannot exist with flex. And there we go. So now, as you see, I can just use this fake input, which is actually a component that I'm going to type there this way. Okay. And yeah, essentially that's it. So let me look a little bit, because on this URL I'm supposed to have an MB2 and it's not working. Why there is not a bottom P2? Label is not taking that. So I'm just not going to use a label. I'm just going to use a div and mb1 in there. All right. So yeah, that's it. So now I would be able to type blah, blah, blah. And also look at that. I have a component check rounded that would be green. And I would have a cross if this URL wouldn't be available. So label stuff, and here down there, I would have a general, general entrance in my English stuff, and actually it's errors. Okay, so and here in error I would have URL available, which would be what? Which would be this URL is available. And I would have another one that would be URL unavailable. Is not available. Please pick another one. Okay, cool. So I would have two things that will be displayed down there. And it will take the form of, so there I would have this, and this form is going to be errors. What is it? Errors, URL available. This URL is available, and it will be class text SM, class text green, and I want to have a beautiful color, which be text green. This, you see, this is cool. No, this is really cool. And then I will have mb2 there. This URL is available, so it's only if my URL would be available. So if I go to icons and then I search for oh no, I was good. I think I was good there. I think I'm gonna keep the iCommune free where I was. And do they have a rounded check? Ah, they don't. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Okay, so I get back there and I go here. I'm gonna keep another one, whatever. So I want the check rounded, so I got one there. I get one here. Okay, cool. So now in my icons, I will be rounded checkbox checked. So it's a bit too long. So now what I can do is creating a checkbox.view and checkbox.view. What did I do? Checkbox folder, and inside I want to have a rounded check.view. Okay, cool. I got the rounded check. And now I'm going to go on remix icon, and I will have another checkbox, but an error or cancel or close. Yeah, a green one like this, or a green one. Well, you understand. Rounded checkbox, rounded cancel.view, whatever. Okay. So I got rounded check, rounded cancel, and now in my page URL, I will have to rounded check view, rounded check view, and rounded, what was the other one? Cancel. Okay, so why they put view at the end of it, I don't understand why, but it's cool. So I got rounded cancel, and inside, because remember, here we got the check there. Inside, I'm going to create the rounded check, which is here, which is not big. And again, I'm going to do like before. I'm going to put my reactive. So now I can put reactive, right? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to find out with my snippets, because it's not already that. Reactive, v reactive, right? Okay, v reactive. There we go. Okay, check. Under terminate. It's funny. We're gonna have an error instead. V reactive. Yes. Did you implemented it also, Osiris? V rounded check and size. Did I put 20 before? I don't remember. Width will be state.size, and 8 would be the same. Cool. It was 24. Maybe we need something bigger. Wow, 32. 32. So this one rounded check is also class text green one 500. You see, those two they will go together. When it will be checked, when your URL will be available, those two will get together. So what we can do there is now having the rounded cancel, which will be exactly the same. Rounded cancel, but it will be text red 500. Okay, cool. And down there, it's going to be text red 500 unavailable. Okay, cool. And what about changing the border of our component also? So there, up there, we're going to create a dynamic class. Okay, with the curly, with the backticks. That's what I like to do, the backticks there. And we will see if there is a check or not. So in order to do this, we have to, I think it's better to create a computed property. I'm not sure about that, but get border color, which will be a computed. There we go. And inside computed, we will return what? Something. And then I will get my get computed, get border color. And we'll have, for now, rendered LG, sorry. Return to me border slate 300. Computed is not defined. Oh God, I should have something to get the computed there. So let's update. Okay, cool. So now, if there is a state.checked, yes, what we want to return is, because we cannot return dynamically there. Tailwind won't complete it. You have to return the entire class. Otherwise, I would have done it. Or maybe I don't know how to do it yet. Okay, cool. And now, if what we're going to do there is that here, vf state.checked, and down there it's going to be vf state.error, and it's going to be the same for what we got down there. Tell me guys in the comment if you enjoy this live. All right, so blah blah blah, and let's put the checked to true by default. Look, so if I type Sancho, I would get my stuff there. Otherwise, false, I mean undefined at first, and then we've got our error true. Okay, and if there is else if state.disable, it's not state.disable, it's state.error. All right, cool. And there will be an else, and in the else we will return that. Okay, we will return border red 300. That's cool. Look at that. And there will be also a loader, guys. Okay, when I'm going to type, there will be a loader. So on input check name, check URL, and this is where, yeah, just a else would do it. Yes, absolutely, just a else would do it. Actually, yeah, I'm just doing this way, like it's really some kind of tutorial to learn to people. But yeah, I would have a const check URL, which would be an asynchronous function. I'm doing it in advance, okay? And I already what I need. I got try catch finally. Try catch finally. There we go. With my state.loading, and what I want to do is this. And when there will be a loading, so I'm going to, for now, await like this, just to don't get any errors. Actually, I want to have a console log. I'm going to await for a console log. Await log to the console. Hey. Okay, cool. So up there, I would have not a true, but an undefined. Or actually, it's supposed to be false, but I put that. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to type, and then I would have the loading. And for the loading, what could I have? I could have a little loader just here, and that would make it. So I'm going to go there. Just look for loading. Oh, God. I always do the mistake. Look. That's cool. It's some kind of a loop. I would like to have a thicker loop, but let's take this one. So I'm going to copy paste this. A spinner. Yeah, absolutely, a spinner. I'm going to call it spinner.vue or Zarus. So here I would have my spinner, and you know what, guys? I think that I could put the spinner there. If, okay, state.loading. All right. So I got to import spinner because otherwise. And here I got those stuff here, but I got to do that instead. Spinner. Okay, cool. So I'm going to type. And the spinner is too little. I'm going to add to him this size there. It's not that cool as an image like this. Maybe I could check for a TAILWINDCSS spinner. There is this element animation. Cool. Look at this. Let's use this instead. Really easy. Okay. So template. It's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? View box. There we go. Because I don't think SVG can be self-closed. Okay, all right. So actually it's not working, this stuff. But maybe, okay. Let me check before, because I think before we had the width and 8 at 1 AM. And I think we need that. 8, 1 EM. All right, cool. So please do it. Show up. And there is, it shows up, but there is no color. So, text, slate. 800, 500. All right, 24, 24. Why don't you take it? Color. It took the color already. And if I put a background, it's going to be red. of course. Okay, that's really put animate spin on your class on a whole spinner.view. Animate spin class. Oh, yeah, it was working actually, but it was how to say. Oh, you know what? I can create my own. I'm going to create my own because it's a course to talk about class. It's going to be border slate 300. I'm going to create my own. So now I got this, okay, and I want to have a width of 4 and a height of a height of 8 and a width of 8. Okay, or maybe less because these two are too much. I'm going to create 6, please. Okay, and now I want to be rounded full. Okay, and that's not a round, and that's not what I like, so I'm going to put spinner. And actually it's not this, it's supposed to be this border slate 300. Okay, all right. Instead of having this, because let me check, I just put that. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to create it right away. I think it's better. So width 4, and later I could put a props to change the thing. Maybe we need more weight. That's weird because we're supposed to have a round. Okay, good. And on the border top, so I'm supposed to put that. Yes, on the border top I want to have this. Look at that. And now, my friend, we can put your animate spin on the element. So we succeed, Osiris. We succeed to do it. Amazing. So when we're gonna type, it's going to trigger this loading stuff. And okay, cool. So let me close all of that and coming back. And then we're gonna have, if we got an error, state.error is equal to true, because we already wrote the error down there. And otherwise it's going to be state.success true. Yeah, you see, everything comes really interesting in this, because we don't want to have check, we want to have that. So when I type that, it's written. Okay. All right. So we finish with this component. That's so smart. Thank you very much, Osiris. I do my best. I do my best to teach you stuff. If you want to see again the code, it's here. Yeah, there we go. You know, sometimes you don't get what you need to work online. Okay. So it's better to create your own component, and that's what I did. Okay, I'm really happy about that. So I got my form, which is cool. I got blah, blah, blah. And I want to emit this. So like always, when I got this emit there, I think it's here. If there will be a success, okay, I want to emit my URL, and here I'm gonna get a state which will be undefined, and my input there, the model will be state.url. Actually, I'm going to emit what? State.url, and actually it's not URL, but whatever. And on my project there, I got my page.url, and we're gonna try to keep the same. There I put URL, but it's always good to try to synthesize this, all your emits. When it's an emit that updates, just try to emit your update this way. Always try to keep the same names. And look at that. Up there, I got my value, and then I will have page URL there. And it's not supposed to be URL. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just putting URL, but it could be code or anything else. So we've got our name already born URL, and there we go. So all the time, I'm trying to check my model. So I got a model page there, and if I type this, funny. It's not working right away. I didn't define the emit. So remember, I think it's, where did I define my emit? It was on checkbox. I have to define my emit, which is update on my page URL, just up there. Cool. So now it's supposed to be, yeah. And later, what we're gonna do is that at the root of our app, we will have, at the root of our app there, we will have a function that is going to fetch the content of the page with the URL code. So in my database, I'm going to look for an object that got the URL. When I'm going to type this URL in my browser, at the root of the page, I will have a function that will check for an object that got this URL. So I will arrive with the whole model and complete the page. And we can do it now if you want. This model will be right away here. Okay, it will be the page. We'll do that later. Maybe just after. So every time, it's something that you gotta know, guys. In development, the most difficult and longest task that you can have is to create forms. I don't know for you, but for me, it's always a problem. I mean, it's not a problem, but it's always long. As you see, you do custom stuff, and it's not that easy. You always have to do a lot of stuff, and so yeah. Let's close this. Okay, so I got my welcome app here, whatever, etc, etc. So yeah. Okay, cool. So let's get back on our template. Now I've got this facts, say Osiris. I got this input delivery date. So again, I'm going to come back there, and in my locals, I got delivery, which will have, oh God, thank you so much. Delivery method. It's not delivery method, but it's delivery date. Actually, it's expected date to delivery. Expected date to deliver. And we will have this. And I already coded, yes, the placeholder would be a fake placeholder. It doesn't matter. I already coded this one, so. And here we can stay now in project. We don't need to create a custom component, okay? Here we can just stay here. And if I go down, I got the date, delivery date. Look at this. Okay, let me change a bit the music because otherwise it gets a bit too sad. What could I put? It's a bit too dark. I'm going to change again. Ambience. Yes, I got this one. I like this one. That's cool. Okay, cool. So now it's going to be page birth date, and I got date of delivery, as you see. Cool. And actually on the placeholder, I'm going to accelerate a little bit because now it's going to be easier. So I will have T Project input date placeholder. God. Well, actually, we don't need this placeholder there. I'm going to take this. Okay, cool. Font semi-bold. Oh, well, I can just copy paste actually, and instead of that, it's going to understand that I need the delivery. Please understand. Please understand. No, it doesn't take it. Okay, right. I'm gonna take it. Sometimes it works, but input.date.label. Project form input.date.label. Okay, it doesn't take it. Project form input delivery. It's date. Cool. Done. So when I click there, check. So let's look at the model of page birth date, because it will be, we will see a problem for our database later. Okay, we have this. Okay, it's not necessarily a problem because we will not have to loop through the dates. If we would have to loop through the dates, we would have to transform this date into a timestamp or whatever. All those dates are already always problems for database. So now we just can keep this and we will transform it later. Okay, our page URL, you maybe don't see it, but we don't need the MB4 on the page URL there. Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Look at that. Amazing. That would be very cool. Another thing is that we don't want to show this part if our baby is already born. I think it's already born or is already born. Yeah, is already born. Yeah, so I got already born. Okay, so look, the page is already born. See if it is not already born. Okay, so we see that it doesn't work. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, cool. So look, when I click, I'm going to hide the expected delivery date because in my model, oh no, it's not that. I don't want to tell the name. Ah, God, I was wrong. It's not, I don't want to tell the name. It's going to be hide name. What did I do? So if there is hide name, there is no name. Okay, so yeah, it's crazy. Page name. That's very cool. So all of that should be actually into a div, and if page hide name. I don't want to tell the name. If I don't want to tell the name of the baby, yeah, it's going to be the current user title that will be triggered. Actually, Aurelia is supposed to be the current user that we don't do yet. But yeah, that's it. Okay, all right. So expected delivery date actually is also a checkbox, guys. So here we're supposed to put that also into a div. It's a bit messy because it's the life of every form actually. And down there, we're gonna have page is already born, value, okay, and then class flex call. And we want to have MB4 also. So it's not, I don't want to tell the name. It's more, so basically what I did is dump because it's supposed to be here. So flex.flexcall.mb4, yes, because it's a new entrance. And I can remove this. Okay, so it's not, I don't want to tell the name. Okay, it's supposed to be, okay, page is already born. And what do we have? Is not. So I don't want to tell the name is supposed to be not this. It's supposed to be, let me look at the date. My baby is already born. Is already born. So I got my label there, my baby's already born, and I got the description down there. So it's going to be this page, date, no, is already born. And then we have this checkbox stuff that we don't need. Okay, we don't have a description. Oh yes, okay. It's going to be instead description. That's good. That's really good. Okay. Oh, so let's have now the description part. It's not going to be this, it's going to be the title. This is the title. No, this is the label, sorry. Description. And description of description will be 10 minutes. Oh, I should get money for you, baby. All right, good. Okay. So now, again. Well, I don't need that. Let me get back. Checkbox is supposed to be a cursor pointer. It's supposed to be pointer. I got spam in the user on this channel. Remove. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, all right. So I'm supposed to have pointer there, and don't tell the name. Okay, donc so let me get back on checkbox. And on checkbox, I'm supposed to have pointer, and I don't know why we don't have the pointer. Maybe it's cursor pointer. I never remember. Yes, it's cursor pointer. Okay, so basically we could hide this. Okay, cool, done. Let's finish on this. Then so we have description, and there is a text area. Let's put the text area we had there. Yeah. Gonna have some text down there, rounded XL, of course, or rounded LG, because XL is too much. Rounded LG, and then as a label, like always, description.label inside input. And as a placeholder, description, which is really dumb. Whatever. Yes. Done. Okay. And MB4. Well, up there, it's maybe MB6 would be better. Okay, cool. So I got my description. I want to have an amount to raise also. So let's create amount. And there will be an amount and a placeholder of 10. Do you want to raise? What amount do you want to raise? Placeholder, and after there will be a quick description. Okay, cool. There's a description then up there. Okay, good. So I'm gonna get back in here, and then I don't remember where I had this checkbox description. I think it's down there with the text, which actually we can put text small, okay? Because if I remember, yeah, text small is better. So I'm going to get down on there, and instead of having this, I will use, it's not here. Label class semifont, and instead I'm going to add this double curly brackets, and I'm going to go on amount, so input dot amount dot label, and if we are good, we will have our what amount do you want to raise, and down there we will have an input type number. Cool. So cool, which will have actually the same class as up there. All right, with our amount, and our v model, which would be page.amount. Okay, and I got 2000, but whatever. And down there I would have the TextSM. Okay, so p.textsm.text slate 500. All right, and inside I want to have the description or note, amount.note. Well, let's put description so we keep the same stuff. All right, cool. So I want to have a MB2 on this. What amount do you want to raise? So here we could put amount there. That's cool. And then after that, I got several options before we can. So we have hide participants amount. So is already born, birthday, description. So hide participants, which will be on false by default. We would have hide participants amount, which will be on false also, and agree on the conditions. Of course, it will be just up there, which will be on false. Agree will not be in the model of a project, okay? Yeah. So maybe I forgot on the Textarea page or description. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so now again, if.flex.flexcall.mb4. Okay, and now we will have a series of checkbox. So here it's going to be hide participants, which the value. And if I get back in there, I get inputs, name, page URL, date, is already born, description. And what I want to have every time is a placeholder. So hide participants, hide participants, and on the description, tell me. Okay, cool. And then I'm not gonna have this, but by default, a list of the participants will be displayed. Okay, cool. And then we will have the same, but with hide participants amount. So hide participants amount by default. Okay. Participants amount is displayed, and at the end, agree with all the conditions, blah, blah, blah. And down there, description, I agree to all conditions of tab 9 is just crazy, guys. You don't have to write anything, it's just doing his stuff. Okay, cool. MB4. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't need to do that actually, guys. Hide participants. So instead of is already born, I can do hide participants description, And we could imagine to have a loop later. Okay, cool. And yeah, we're gonna have 3. So hide participants amount. Okay, and the latest is going to be agree. God. And it's going to be state. Oh shit. I forgot. Hide participants amount. Agree, and be safe here. It's state.agree is the value. Here we're gonna put please read our conditions. Our conditions of use. Okay, cool. So please read our condition. Can check all of this, and there we go. And to finish, we've got the button, and the button will be at the root of our inputs. And the button will be what? It will be create my new page. Let's get back. Let's create a button with the text, and the text will be what? Will be project form dot button. Easy. Why would I do something else? And it's going to be block. So I think I can do this. Yes, right? Class block. No, I can't do this. So the old code, I can, cool. That's right, I don't remember. I had the loading that is there. Okay, cool. So now what I can is remove all this old code. Oh God. I got a form that is 200 lines. Okay, 157 lines. I think it's way enough for a component. Whew. That was long. That was really long. So I can create my new page. And on click, it's going to be send project. Do I have still the send project? Over there, I got the send project stuff. And yes, I think it's good. I'm just not going to put that. And if I click, I get loading. And instead of loading my dear friend Ozarus, I don't know if you are still there, I'm going to put my spinner. So I go on to button. And if there is loading instead, I'm going to import my spinner. And my spinner is in PageURL. My spinner is not really rounded. Let me go on that. So instead of putting this, I'm going to put a style directly. We have 24 pixels, 8 of 24 pixels. And there we go. So if I update and I click, okay, that's cool. And now I'm going to get back on my button because actually, and can I put a transition there? And the name transition, let me check at Tailwind. Well, I don't need to do that. Bam. I like this. I think we're gonna make it later. Delay 100. Okay, it doesn't work this way. Let me look at that. I forgot to do something. Transition colors. Transition transform. Wow. Maybe it's more inside. I don't think so. I think it's on. Actually, I'm too lazy to read the documentation. So whatever. Let's let it like this. All right. So we got our form, and everything is set up now. I think we did the worst part of this live. This is the worst part. So we did the form, and now I'm going to quickly do the page. I'm supposed to create this whole landing page. I think I'm going to do it another time. Yes, we did the login. Let's do this page now. So let's do the profile page. Music is so good. Okay, let's do the profile page quickly. Okay, so what do we have here is a view with a user view there, and if I do this user, bam, bam. Let's rename that. It's going to be user ID. So I think on my router I didn't imported my user ID, which is supposed to be does it work this way? Well, actually doing user ID it's useless. Okay, I should instead doing directly profile.view, right? This setup with my profile. Yes, I think it's better. Import profile from, can you autocomplete please? / profile.view. All right, profile there. And then I'm going to do this / profile. It will be profile and of course profile, whatever. Got my profile there. Because, yeah, I don't think people will be able to check other people's profile. Okay, guys, so I got 2 columns there, and I got actually a row. So what I can do at first is class profile. div.grade calls to call span1. Thank you so much. And it's not that at all. What we want to have, like, it's 3, and here I would say 7, 8, 9, 3, and then we would have 9, and it's grid calls 12. That's it. Maybe 4, and here 8. Okay, so we would get a user. So vref, no, ref, cool, user, which actually not at all. which will be on undefined later, but we will see. Name, email, phone, address. I love tab 9. Tab 9, thank you so much. But that's not what I want. We would have an avatar URL, which would be some kind of random image. And then we would have here, which is Ariana, full name. Ariana Grande at gmail.com. It did it. Cool. And we will have a button. Okay, cool. So here I can have a first component, which will be user and card that we will use later. This setup, like always, guys, define props. vprops, please. Cool, done. User would be an object. Class user card, and here I would have a p, which would be a user there. Okay, cool. So now what I can do is user card. Do you have it? User card. User card. Can you find it? User card view. Okay, it doesn't understand, so I have to import it right away. Import user card. Oh, thank you. I will have to deal with that one day. And we will have the user, which will be our user. Okay, cool. So user card will receive our user, which is down up there, and which will be props.user. I don't know why did I put that, but what I can do is cons user props.user. Better. Okay, we got an error. Oh, wait, sorry. So it's going to be user.card.view. Cool. So let's look quickly at our element. There is a rounded card. Let's get back on our form. And our form, we got inputs, text slate. Let's keep all of this. There we go. So then I have props, but email, full name first and then email. Okay, class, it's going to be, I think it's text black, so we can put, stay like this. Then text pixel, I think, and everything will be text center. Okay, cool. And down there it's going to be text slate 500. Okay, cool, it's done. Then we will have up there an image, and we still didn't do our avatar component. We will do it after. But what I want to import from there is my button. So import, if I type button, he's going to put button view, but I don't want to have button the view. I want to have at components button there. And text would come on general. Well, general is supposed to be HG. Okay, cool. Logout, which will be in English logout, so general.logout. That's cool. And here we can put that into a div or some kind of header. Class MB4 MB let's put something better, MB2. Okay, cool. For the padding, I would add more personally. All right, and get back in there. I had a gap of 4. I want to have space between the elements, a gap of 6. Okay, cool. Why do I go there? Okay, so now let's create our component, which will be called avatar. It's a classic component. All the time I'm creating this one, and I should use it this way. So avatar and image wrap, avatar wrapper. Yeah, let's put an image if there is an image. So v props, and there would be what? There would be also a user object. So for now, this avatar stuff would have a certain size and would be BG pink, well, BG blue 500 with a width of 24 and an height of 24, and there is no image inside for now. So in my card I'm going to add this avatar and it will be directly displayed there. Okay, cool. Okay, and we want it to be rounded full. 24, it's too much. I want to have 16 and I want to have an MB of 4. Okay, actually the MB of 4, it's useless to put it in here. What we want to have is this MB4 MX Auto. Okay, cool. And MB of 4, it's too much. Let's put the MB of 2. All right, that's cool. And we're gonna pass our user there, props.user, and not the reference, because the reference here is not reactive. You have to put these props there. I'm not even sure it's gonna work, but we're gonna see. So here I'm gonna have a P, and we're gonna have props.user there. That's cool. And it's time for us to create our first composable. So I'm going to create a new folder which will be composable, and inside I'm gonna have a useHelpers.js, and I'm going to export export default function useHelpers, which will be a function there, and there we're gonna have a const capitalize function. Okay, and we're gonna return capitalize. Okay, it's already done, bro. I'm going to be very lazy, guys. I'm going to open a project that I already have and use the composables that are already done in the other one. This is the life of capitalize, as you see here. Okay, so I get back and I go on there, and I think, yes, there we go. So what this function is doing is that it's going to, it's not capitalized that I wanted to, but I'm going to keep it anyway. I want to capitalize everything there. Actually, it's not capitalized. I made a mistake, sorry. It's get the first letter, so I don't need that. Get first letter, and I got a string if there is no string, whatever, and I want to return a string, charade 0 to uppercase. That's what I want. Don't know what I did that. So now here I can import my from at composables slash use helpers. Okay, and then I can import get first letter. No, sorry, it's not this way. It's use helpers, yes. And const I can get first letter from use helpers Okay, cool. So now what I want to have is get first letter, so props.user.full name, and I'm supposed to have it. Ah, bam. 2 hours of live, and the app is stopping. There we go. Flex, items, center, class, text center, text white, text 2 pixels, font extra bold, yes, with an A like this. Okay. Item center, maybe justify center. Justify center. No, it's not that. It doesn't look like that. It's not item center. Oh, yes, it was item center. And if I put a div instead, a p, no, it doesn't work because actually it's in there. Okay, I takes the full height. Okay, I understand. So item center and okay, but justify center doesn't work. Okay, cool. So if I don't get any picture, it's going to display this. Okay, and later when we will get a picture, we will come back to here. Okay, so I got the avatar, I got my composable. Okay, cool. Now let's get back on this. And actually what I have here is a module to a payment solution. So let's get back on this and let's say we will put that into so let's look at this. So here we got a module to add a payment solution, okay? And there will be 2 states of this payment solution. Do I use it somewhere else? I don't remember. Okay, so here I got a payment module that will be used to fulfill all these elements there and to send our request to Stripe. And I don't think I want to make this one yet. Maybe I'm going to do it on the next live. And here I got add a payment solution. So we know that we're gonna have several components with payment. So I'm going to create a folder called payment. Okay, and here there will be IBAN.view because it's going to be an IBAN. Okay, so with class IBAN and here IBAN. All right. On my user card, I already have everything that I want to for my IBAN. So what I can do basically is just doing this, but instead I won't get an avatar. IBAN.view. It's in payments, sorry. There is no payments with an S. God, that's cool. All right. So now I got my IBAN, and in my IBAN, what do I have? I have a label. Ah, God. Yes. Okay, cool. So let's open this. Okay, I got all of this project form, and let's create an IBAN object with inside a title, add your IBAN actually. Okay, add your okay. So down there will be a description. With this stuff, okay. And then check contact. Okay, with the contact. And here we add an IBAN. So it would be more on general, because maybe I will need it later. Add an IBAN. Okay, all right. So I got up there the title that I need. Let's refer always to our form, project form. There I got this one, and let's go. So here I got IBAN.label normally, because it's always this. I don't think I put label, yeah. And okay, so I can close this. I can IBAN, add your account, okay, and it's text sender, but actually it's text left. Okay, cool. I got number, and down there I got several inputs, so I can take those inputs, and there we don't want to have, I don't think we want to have this. What we want to have is the reactive with a state, and of course we will have a user. So will be reactive also. I don't want to pass, I don't think I need to pass this IBAN stuff there. So I would have an IBAN number that would be to undefined for now. And then I would have user.IBAN. It would be a text, yes, of course it would be a text. Sancho. And here it's going to be IBAN.placeholder, and there is no placeholder for IBAN. How much numbers is an IBAN? Yeah, let's put that. That's cool. Up to. Okay. And here, guys, we don't need that. I think it's MB2, huh? No? Ah, yes. Oh, it's always the same. Let's put a 1, and instead let's put a div. Okay, so yeah, add a payment solution. So there is IBAN there, and we can click for the IBAN, blah blah blah. Ah, but they could be several IBANs. No, they couldn't. They can't. So we can continue, and we can have their description, and then we can have contact. And actually okay, both of them are text SM, and one is text pink 500, but the other one is text slate 500, if I remember well. Cool. And down there we can have a MB4. I think I just removed it. Oh, dumb I am. Was just using that. And underline, cool. And pointer, cursor pointer. All right, and there's not enough padding there. We want to put a padding of 6, and if we want this to be full there, so if we got an IBAN number, there is two solutions. If there is no IBAN, okay. If there is already an IBAN, we have to display something else, guys. And well, we're not gonna save really the IBAN. So to do that, I mean, we're gonna save the IBAN on the database, but we won't send it again to the front end, and that's maybe a bit the problem. Actually, we want to send the IBAN the first time, and then yeah. So, well, let's say that we will have as IBAN. That's as IBAN that we're gonna send again. So if as IBAN, if there is no IBAN, we will have an input. Otherwise, okay. Otherwise, we would have a div your IBAN has been recorded as there will be a button to change the IBAN, for sure. Change my IBAN. It's going to be changed. Update. Simple. So if we got an IBAN, okay, if we got an IBAN, what else? Would have a cuckoo. Cuckoo. Very French. If we got an IBAN, we're gonna trigger this T, which will be IBAN dot what? IBAN dot as IBAN, and down there we will have a button, and button we imported it, and the text of button would be, of course, you found it, it would be $T IBAN dot button. So I just ask myself what I can do there. I would have your IBAN account has been recorded. I want to have an alert. I think an alert would be the best. Or it's not an alert, maybe it's white space, background there. Let me check at the components. Yes, I'm not using the components, but I should. Components, please. Okay, that's what you have. Or let me do it by myself. So we would have a BG green 500 with a rounded LG and a PY of 3 and a PX, actually PY of 5, a PX of 6, and if I save, okay, cool, and we have this, and we would have a text white and a font bold for everything, and then class MB4. And okay, and It will be a congratulation, your account. All right, and do you want to have, yeah, let's say that on the button, I want to change the color, of course. And what if I don't want to have a button? What if instead I wish we could have /p and just this text button there? I think it's better, right? Update with no underline, my friend. Yes, with underline, but actually text white. I just got an idea. Flex item sender justify between. Cool. And I don't want a class MB there. What are you talking about? Update and no font bold, font semi bold, and no underline for my friend. And on over, I want to have text pink 500. And a transition. Don't be that bad. I would be able to click. Okay, that's cool. So when I create a page, I go to login, and if I want to go to my profile, I will have this, and then I will have the two other elements. I think I'm going to complete this on the next live, guys. Let's get back on the camera. All right. Poof. That was a long live. 2 hours. Thank you so much for watching. Next time we're gonna deal with the rest. I think I'm gonna do that if I can tomorrow or maybe Thursday. We have to finish. We really have to finish this this whole application. And after that, I'm going to plug that to Superbase. I think that would be cool. Thank you very much for watching this live. Please put a thumbs up and subscribe if you didn't. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.